Yeah.
Hold on.
Music intro this time.
We didn't even use that
No, we didn't.
the first 3 episodes, so I thought
didn't.
we gotta at least try it out.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice,
I
right?
like it. Yeah.
That's nice. Well, welcome. We're on our
Yeah.
most current episode of
Yeah.
We Have a Name Now.
Yeah, I was just going to
Yeah,
say.
say it, Dana.
All right, of the NDK podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it took a first 3 episodes to get to a name, but we have one, and I think it works.
Yeah, I do too.
Let us
I do
know.
too.
Let us know in the comments what you think, you know?
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter what you think, we're going to roll with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's already chosen.
Yeah.
We're already rolling
We've
with it.
committed, so it is what it is. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a name. It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
We've got a name.
What else we got here? Yeah. We got a name.
That's awesome.
All right. So what are we going to talk about today? Thanks for joining us on our next episode. Who knows where we're going to go today, but
Yeah.
we're going there.
Well, we do because it's on the board.
No, we're super smart. We come up with stuff on the fly.
On the fly.
Yeah. So what's been going on? What's new?
Well, I mean, I think we should just go into it and talk about what's been going on this past week. The Mike Tyson, Logan Paul
Logan
fight.
Paul.
Ugh.
Is it Logan or Jake?
Who even cares? Who even cares?
That's the problem, you know?
Oh.
I think it's Jake. No, I
Honestly, what it is disappointing.
Yeah.
Honestly, what it is disappointing. I don't even care what anybody else thinks. That fight was bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, just nothing but disappointment and fury about it. Like, I stayed up to watch that. I'm so pissed about it.
Were you excited for it? Like,
I was.
Were you?
I was. Like, I wasn't full in, like, reading everything that was going on and all this other stuff. So, in that respect, like, I was, like, 1 foot in. But I was so excited to watch, like, a legend just beat the fuck out of some YouTube douche canoe.
Right.
Oh, I wanted it so bad.
I think
it's
whole
a
world
Canadian
did.
in me.
I think the whole world wanted it so bad.
And just, it's nothing but a disappointment. Honestly, I saw a video, like, I've seen so many videos about it. But I feel like the one was, like, at the end of Cars, where that green one, who's, like, voiced by Michael Keaton, comes out, he's like, yeah, I won, Kuchiga.
Yeah.
And, like, no one's cheering for him. They're just,
Right.
like, there. And that's exactly how I feel his win was. Like, no one's cheering. This is total bullshit. Like,
It was an awfully quiet crowd when it was over.
I also thought watching that, I would be so pissed off if I had paid all that money to be, like, one of the ones sitting, like, around the ring.
It's probably so much money.
So much money.
Oh,
like, you paid that much for
man.
that.
Yeah.
But I did watch all 4 fights.
Okay.
Like, the 2 sets of dudes, and then the ladies, and then, like, the ladies really are the ones who should have got paid that night.
Absolutely. I agree. I saw that fight. So, like, I was at the Ranger game that night, right?
Yeah.
So, like, my friend, he was coming from out of town. It was his birthday. He had texted me a few days prior asking if we were going to be watching the fight. I was like, I'm not, because I'm going to the Ranger game, but if you want to meet up afterwards and hang out, we'll hang out afterwards. And he's like, all right, cool. It might be over by then. We could catch the replay. I was like,
Yeah.
for sure, but don't wait for me on my account. Just, like, if you want to watch the fight,
Yeah.
watch it,
Yeah.
and we'll catch it if we can.
Yeah.
So, like, fast forward to the Friday night, 3 periods of hockey later and 3 periods of drinking later. I come home and, like, they come over and we're like, all right, well, let's fire it up, see if it's on,
Yeah.
right? Fire it up, and it was just before the ladies fight, right? So
Okay.
we paused it, had a few drinks, and then we let her rip.
Yeah.
The ladies were awesome.
They were so good.
They were awesome.
Like, no matter what you think about that fight, because I think a lot of people feel some things about that.
Do they? What do you mean?
Well, because I thought, so I wasn't super paying attention too, because, so where I was, we started, like, the fight, like, right from the beginning.
Did you get all that buffering bullshit?
No, oh my gosh.
No?
Like, I didn't know what everybody was talking about. Ours was good right till the end.
That's sweet.
Except for, like, at one point, we got the, are you still watching?
No way.
Yeah.
You were watching that
and it
long.
was during the Tyson fight.
Wow.
And we were just yelling at the guy to like, oh my God, get the clicker.
Do you think Netflix even thought of that? Kind of like the Y2K bug. They're all like, oh shit, we never thought of that, right? They're like, because like people are going to be watching this one program for longer than are you still there yet?
I think it's like with any, like I guess, big company that, you know, they want to promote or come out with this like great brand new thing. But they just want to get it out there.
Yeah.
They're not actually thinking of like the logistics, how it's all going to go, like planning for it actually, and then just releasing it.
It's pretty wild. It was a big event.
It was huge.
I was kind of excited for it, same as you leading up to it. I was expecting
so excited.
Iron Mike Tyson. And then he's showing all these training videos of him like still cooking.
The training was so much harder than the actual fight. Like they went so much harder.
Yep. And so that's what I was looking forward to. And then he slapped him in the night before. I was like, perfect. He's in the zone. He's going to slap a bitch, right?
Yeah.
But you get out there and it wasn't nice to watch. Like, it was very slow. It was, you know what it was? It was exactly like all the other fights that this guy's been with, all these retired boxers and MMA fighters. He gets in the ring with these old timers and they all just sandbag it to the end to collect their check. Like Mayweather did the same thing. Tell me Mayweather couldn't have dropped him a few years ago, you know, and he had all the rounds to do it and he didn't fucking do it once.
I know. Like not once. That's what bugs me. Like, okay, you know, skirt through the first couple rounds. Like he didn't even break a sweat till like round 6.
Right.
So, okay, I get it. Like collect your check, do you. But at the end, knock the fuck out of that guy.
Did you
what are we doing?
So like speaking of the videos online, have you seen some of the ones where it's like proving Mike pulled the punches? Like I've seen a couple where like they show him lining up to like drop him with his face wide open and he just stops. And then there's a couple times where you see he hits him with a jab and it really hurt him, and then you see him like he just kind of goes, oh, back up. Well, like can't knock him out, right?
Yeah, like I heard he got to pick all the judges, and like if Tyson knocked him out within the first like 1 to
it changes all the
2 or whatever, he wouldn't get paid at all. I'm just like, well, fuck you, that's cheating. That's cheating.
That's what he does with all these fights. There's all these stipulations, and it's like people just get wind of the fight and they don't look into the rules. It's like he's got all this bullshit. It's been like this in the past. It's like watching a wrestling event. Like there's some stuff that you don't know about that's scripted, you know.
You know what though, I'm gonna challenge you on that, because I think wrestling, you don't walk away feeling that disgusted.
ripped
off
ripped
at
off.
least wrestling like comes through.
Well, maybe in like the early 80s when people still thought it was real,
maybe
there might have been those feelings, right? So like 10 years from now we're gonna find out these boxing matches were all rigged, and we'll be like, that's boxing now, I guess, and then it'll be okay after that, right?
Yeah, I heard I heard he's calling out Conor McGregor now, and I'm just like, all right.
Didn't he already do that?
I don't know, but like I'm just like, okay, so who is gonna knock this douche canoe on his ass?
Yeah.
Like honestly, that's what this kid needs, is his ass handed to him. Like like the win isn't anything. Like if you've rigged it, then it's not actually a win. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I don't get what you're celebrating.
And like let's say he challenges someone that has money. That might be the person that clocks him, because it's like he'll get the no paycheck and not give a shit about it. You know what I mean? That's the type of guy we need, because Mike Tyson, he's been around a long time. Maybe he's spent a lot of his money, right? Like he might have needed the cash, and that's okay.
Well,
good for you, Mike.
Notoriously been bad with money.
Yeah, collect your check, man. Like you did it.
Yeah, collect your check.
You did all the rounds, but
it might be worth to knock off $20,000 just to sock that guy.
Just to put him down once, because no one's done it yet. Yeah. And he would have been the right guy to do it.
And just their entrances alone.
Come on, and then he uses.
Nice.
He uses the song from it's The Hangover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I'm thinking, you stole that from Mike. Like it should have been Mike coming out to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And you know, like when Mike came out on his own, I thought like, yeah, look at him. He didn't even need anyone. Like he's whatever. And then I thought to myself, nah, he probably just doesn't want to pay anybody. Like he doesn't want to pay for a big old entrance because he wants to keep the money that he's getting.
taking the shit
Like,
home.
if you're taking a dive that hard, like...
Yeah, you want all the cash.
Oh, okay, now I get why you didn't come out with anybody. Like,
yeah, getting the cash. That's one theory.
Like, it's been a week and I'm still just...
It was a super disappointing
Hashtag
fight.
disappointing.
Yeah, it was disappointing, and that's kind of what I expected because of the last one. And it's like I was just hoping. I think everyone was just hoping that.
Yeah. The most exciting thing was Tyson's bare ass. Like, let's get real.
That was a good look.
Like, in his fucking sumo diaper there. Mm-hmm. That's what it looked like from the back.
That was a look.
And Luke.
I saw on like whatever my Facebook ads or something today. It was like someone made a Mike Tyson like sumo ass Christmas ornament.
Nice.
I was like, oh, it's good timing, right?
It's a real shame Halloween's just passed.
Yeah, that'd have been a good one. Everyone just walking
There'd
out
have
their ass.
been so many Tyson asses out there.
Next year, there's always time.
Yeah, there's always next year.
Use that one next year, everyone.
Yeah. We better see a buttload of Tyson asses. Whoa.
Nice. Yeah. No, I didn't watch all the fights, but I did see the last two, and I agree the ladies stole the show for sure.
Yeah, they did.
For sure. And then Buddy got his win. His garbage win.
Yeah.
Even like when he dropped his guard and stick his tongue out at him, it's like, seriously?
You know what? You know that old saying of like, they don't ask how, they ask how many? I don't even think that applies here. Like, it's so not a win, like it doesn't even count.
It shouldn't count.
He's the only one counting it. Like,
that's true.
I'm blocking this out.
I'm the greatest.
Yeah. I am the greatest.
I told myself that.
Yeah, exactly. This is where everybody winning gets you.
Yeah.
I can't stand that guy. There's nothing else to say. I can feel my face getting red.
Oh, wow. We gotta move on. Just gotta get angry.
I know. I'm gonna get angry here. Just the disappointment.
I think everyone was disappointed because everyone had hope that was gonna be what they had in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was gonna be like the comeback. And like whatever you lost or like gained from that fight, like whatever Mike Tyson gained from that fight, I feel like if he put that kid on his ass, he would have gained so much more after that.
Absolutely. Yeah, like a second round knockout. If it meant he didn't get a paycheck, he still would have got a paycheck.
Man, even if he like saved it until the end, like the real build up. Yeah, let him wear himself out.
That's true.
I thought that's what he was doing at first.
Yeah. By the way, he was like pulling punches, coasting, not doing anything for the last few rounds.
Not breaking a sweat until round 6.
I believe he had it in him, but...
And then there's that Paul kid sweating like halfway through the first because he's dancing all around him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was a rough one.
Yeah, and like quit leaning on him like... Oh, I love you, man. Like, you trying to make something happen there, or are you trying to fight him? Like, I'm not quite sure what's happening here.
That's awesome. Well, Dana, there's more drama this week, or within the last week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hits us close to home,
It does.
Close to home.
It does.
A little OHL drama.
Yeah, the big OHL drama.
Yeah. Someone got suspended.
Yep.
For calling someone a Mennonite on the ice.
Yep.
Which is like, for me, I thought this was hilarious because I grew up playing hockey in the area, and everywhere we went, it didn't even have to be far from here. It could have been close to here. It could have been hours from here. Mm-hmm. Number one insult on the ice thrown towards you as a hockey player from this area, you get called a Mennonite.
Yeah, which is crazy. All
the time. And it's like, well, some of us are. Like, I'm not, but some of the people that I played with were. Yeah. So it's like, of course everyone's getting called a Mennonite because some of us are. And, like, you're not that far off in assuming we are. You know what I mean? Like,
if you go out of town, like, for a tournament, like, you get lumped in. Like,
you're getting called a Mennonite.
You're getting called a Mennonite, whether you are one or not.
And I would just laugh and be like, all right, so that's your good stuff, eh? And then I would just hit him back with something far worse. Like, I said some foul stuff on the ice, and, like, I'm not going to repeat it all, but, like, it was good. And
Yeah.
based on the 5-game suspension for calling someone a Mennonite, I'd have lost an entire half a season or more.
Yeah.
25 games. I don't know how many games were in our season back then. I think like 28 actually. So like would have been a short year.
But it was the 90s where you could get away with that kind of
Oh
stuff.
man, the things I would say.
The things you could get away with.
Now you say a Mennonite, and his last name is Martin, by the way.
Yeah, and he's from town.
Yeah, so for those of you that aren't from the area, Martin is a very popular last name in the area, and a lot of them are Mennonite. Yeah, so
yeah,
it is what it is.
In school, there'd be like, oh, like Jeff Martin, like how many? Like there was, well, which grade are you talking about? And then of that grade, which one are you talking about?
You'd always have the first and middle name, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Or initial. They'd have to like break you into different packs of Martins.
That's how common it is around here.
And like to call that kid a Mennonite.
Section of the attendance list.
For sure, he probably was Mennonite, and it's like he probably wasn't too upset to be called one.
No, oh my God, I bet he laughed. Oh my God, like we've all been doing. Like I get it, I totally get it. If it's not okay for you to like make fun of somebody else for their culture, nationality, religion, all of that stuff, like you can't pick and choose. So I get that part, but like everyone from around here has just been killing themselves over how hilarious
this is. Yeah.
And you know that kid's probably like, yeah, well, your mom loves this Mennonite's dick. Like,
yeah, I'm sure he said something back. Yeah, he's in the OHL. He's gonna have some comebacks by now.
Menno's dick every night.
It's just it's just funny for like our area, the word that he used and like the suspension he got. It's like it'd be like suspending the one white kid for calling the other white kid a honky. You know, it's like he's just saying what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Calling him a whitey, white trash. It's like
yeah, and
it's like, I'm Mennonite. Well, and I am. Like, it's what it is. I just thought what was huge news for like the hockey world, like in Canada anyway. Huge, and it's just like we're just all sitting here chuckling at it because it's like, who hasn't been called a Mennonite from the area?
Seriously, like even
just regular
non-Mennonites,
people. Just the nons still get called Mennonites because it's still get called Mennonites. You know?
Yeah, for sure, because we're from here, we get called that. It's just something that happens. And then have you seen some like other videos put out by people who aren't from around here at all? And they're just like, what is that? What is a Mennonite?
Yeah.
What did he say? Like, we don't get it.
That's awesome. That's a thing.
And watching those ones, I love it. Because they're like, we don't understand.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
Yeah, the world's a funny place.
I've got a girls group chat and we were talking about like, what is that supposed to even be? Like, that's kind of a compliment. Like, what, hard worker?
Yeah.
Like,
right?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, I get why they say it, but it's like, I don't get that it was news. I don't get that it was a 5-game suspension. Like, wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, it goes back to that it's all okay or none of it's okay.
That's right, I guess.
And then I remember one of my friends who is a Mennonite, he's like, whoa, that's not even what you call us when you want to make fun of us. Like, I'm not going to say what they are, but you know what I mean? Like, if you want to make fun of a Mennonite, that's not what you say.
There are some words that are used, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that, but...
Yeah, we're not here to offend our Mennonite listeners.
No.
Our Mennonite listeners, you know?
We're not here to offend our...
Yeah.
Our sibling community,
that's right.
Our brother sister community.
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Once,
just once.
Yeah, and I saw Tunny do like a video about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice. That was pretty funny. They were talking about it too. But yeah, he's like, that's not even what you would. No. That's not even how you insult a Mennonite. That's not the insult. Yeah. That's just like saying what we are.
That's what I'm saying. It's like. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Oh man, that's funny. That's like one of the fun parts of like being from this area is like we get stories like this. Like this is an our area thing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, maybe in like Pennsylvania too, but like for the most part.
Fair.
This is an our area kind of humor.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, Mennonite and the Amish, like we do have a bit of an Amish community around here.
Oh yeah.
Like and in the province.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're out there. They're out there.
Yeah, you can always tell the difference based on the look.
The haircut.
Yeah,
it's the haircut
the
and the
facial
beard.
hair or lack thereof
Yep.
is what I was referring to.
Yep.
And
Standouts.
the different coverings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the different dresses, the different clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, we could go for a while on Mennonites and the different variations of them too.
Oh my God, there's so many. Yeah, there's so many different variations too. So many different sects of Mennonites.
Like some people like don't know what a Mexican Mennonite is.
No.
Like when you bring that up to like people like from like outside this area, even they're just like, "What's a Mexican Mennonite?" I was like, "Well, it's not what you think it is. It's not like a regular Mennonite at all. It's come from a different area altogether."
Or the old orders is traditionally, I think, what people think of. Like the no electricity, the horse and buggy, all of that.
Well, that's obviously the one everyone thinks of first.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But then there's all these like different levels.
The tiers of Mennonite.
Yeah. And like the ones who, I think it's the Dave Martins who have like, their houses are all green and the barns are all green and that's how you know.
Yeah, the paint code,
Yeah, the paint code. You have to have it approved. And
it's just like, that's how you know what gang they're a part of. You know what I mean? It's like gang signs. Yeah. It's just what color's his barn.
Yeah.
Oh, he's that Mennonite, eh?
Yeah. And like,
Barns
same
burned
with
down.
like the quilt trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gang signs.
The gang signs with the quilt trail.
Yeah. That's what I always think of too. I was like, those are gang signs.
Nobody can tell me any different.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's gangs out there.
Yeah.
Barns go burning. You know?
Yeah. Barns go burning. Barns be burning. They be raising. What nobody wanna see.
We can mix this song into any podcast.
Except on Sunday.
No sales on Sunday.
Nope. No Sunday sale.
Oh man. We're gonna talk about Letterkenny someday.
Oh,
there's
God.
a show that pokes fun at the Mennonites community, and they do a good job of it.
Yeah.
And they're not even really offensive about it. Like, it's just,
they
have the stop for pop, and they have all, like, the no Sunday sales, and, like, all the hard work. And it's just...
Once.
Yeah, it's so funny. And, like, if you know, like, Trailer Park Boys, J-Rock plays...
Yeah, I was just going to say, anything Jonathan Torrance touches is, like, gold.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
He's your Mennonite. If you've never seen the show, and if you have, you know what we're talking about.
Noah Dick and Anita Dick.
Yeah, exactly.
The Dicks.
They had so many episodes. Like, they had a few, like, with it was, like, heavily with them in it, and they were so funny.
They are, yeah. It's an awesome show. I love it. It's one of my on-repeat shows.
Absolutely.
Like, I've got Crave on my phone, and I'll, like, download episodes of Letterkenny, and I'll just, like, play my favorites. Yeah.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Speaking of that show, have you heard they have a podcast? And by they, I mean, like, Michelle Milet and, what's the other guy's name? Oh, I don't know.
Like
his
Jared
name.
Kiso?
No.
Or like Daryl or Dan?
It's one of the meth heads. Not Stewart. Rolled.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that just came out, like, last week. And so they're going to rewatch all of them and, like, talk about them. And so the first one was the pilot. So they watched the pilot and they talked about that. And it's like, it's not a watch along. They've just watched it and now they're going to talk about it. But it's so far so good.
Yeah.
So for all you podcast listeners out there.
Honestly, like, I was thinking maybe if we ever get, like, big enough that we could do, like, what shit that we're watching or, like, react to this or whatever.
Yeah, well, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, true. But just so that they can see it the way
keep along with it. Yeah, keep up.
Share with us what we're seeing.
Kind of like a book club.
Yeah,
we'll like post on our socials like, hey, we're watching this right now. We're gonna be talking about it soon. So if you want to follow along with us, you know what I mean. Watch this show.
Yeah, or watch us react to
said show.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Well, I'm kind of disgusted pretty easily, so it's not uncommon for me to be like, I don't like that.
Don't like that.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh my God. So speaking of I don't like that, I, for the first time ever in real life, saw my very first Cybertruck.
And you don't like that.
Oh my God. I feel bad if they saw me because I'm laughing my ass off while this thing just drives in front of me.
Oh, it was in the wild too, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Like, it's like somebody's bought it. It's their
It's
truck.
out there.
And it's so crazy that we're talking about this now because I saw one coming home too. And again, like, I drove past it. I'm just like, it looks like somebody, it looks like a small Lego project that a kid put together and spray painted.
It absolutely does look like a child designed it.
Yeah.
It is maybe one of the ugliest things of all time.
It's so stupid.
People love them though.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. And, like, to know how much money, like, I don't even know how much they cost because I think they're so dumb.
Could care less.
I could care less.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use my brain for any of that. But just to know, like, that they spend an absolute mint on that thing. And it looks so stupid. And this is Canada. Like, if we have a bad winter, what is that thing going to do?
Man, good question.
Nothing.
Because, like, I was just going to say, like, not only is it one of the ugliest things, it is made, it's stainless steel, right? Or whatever the fuck they have it's made of. So, like, for all those people, like, I want a stainless steel fridge, stainless steel stove in their kitchen. You ever have one of those things? You touch them once, fingerprints.
Yeah.
And, like, they just take up grease, looks like shit. You got to clean those motherfuckers all the time if you want them to look nice. This is a truck.
Yeah.
You're going to be touching this thing. It's going to get touched. It's going to get dirty. And like you said, in Canada, what's going to happen when the salt gets on that? Well, it's stainless steel. Should be good forever. Fuck that. I used to have hockey skates growing up. Stainless steel blades. They still rusted. Fuck.
Yeah, they did.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to here?
You still have to get them sharpened every year.
Still fucking wears, you know?
Did you have a dad that was like, you wipe off your blades and, like, make sure they're dry before you put them away? Like,
oh, fuck. Both my parents. My mom more than my dad. Fuck, my mom would have been the one on that.
Even though you were diligent about it, you still had to get it sharpened every season. Mm-hmm. And they still, like, they might not have been covered, but they still had rust on them.
Specks of rust, exactly. Yeah. So it's all going to fucking, it's going to happen.
I don't understand. It looks so stupid. And like you say, fingerprints, it doesn't have like a handle.
You got to touch it.
So you got to touch it to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
You'll know where the handle is. It's right there by the 18 fucking handprints on the fucking door. Just touch it there, I guess. I don't know. I've only ever been in a Tesla once. It was this past summer. Yeah. And they've been out for a while. And like, even I was a mechanic for a while, and we even took a course on how to work on them. Never touched one, but... So I took one, we went to Comic-Con in London, and we were taking a Uber from the restaurant back to the fucking whatever. We were just between here and there. Yeah. And I see this Tesla roll up, and it's our guy. And I said to Clint, I was like, check this out. I'm going to compliment him on his Toyota. Get him fired up, right? Yeah, get him fired up. And Lauren was with us, and I didn't tell him the plan, right? So I get in the front seat, sit down, I look around, I start like... You know, like Borat, when Borat gets in his hotel and he's like, this is nice, right? And I look around, he starts going. I was like, man, it's a nice car. He's like, thank you. I was like, what kind of Toyota is this? He's like, this is not Toyota. This is Tesla, sir. I was like, oh, I didn't know that Toyota made Teslas. He's like, no, it is a Tesla. I was like, cool. I just acted like I had no idea what I was sitting in at all. I'm surprised he didn't cancel in the back seat. He's like, what is wrong with you? You don't know what a Tesla is? And Clinton's going with it, right? He's just sitting back there laughing. And like, so we get out of the car and I was like, Lauren, I knew it was a Tesla. I'm not a fucking idiot. And I was like, I was just messing with the guy because they all like, anyone who drives a Tesla likes to let you know they drive a Tesla. Just like those. And they just love that shit. Yeah. So it's like, I was just going to like, because he's used to everyone getting into the Tesla. Ooh, it's a Tesla, right? And they're so psyched about it. And it's like, they are cool. But I was just going to be, I'm going to fuck with him today. Yeah. And he was not impressed.
I bet not.
It was awesome.
Be different. That's a totally different conversation than the Toyota one. Like, if it was a Toyota, they'd be like, yeah, thanks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is my, like, this is all the features, blah, blah, blah. But, like that would be a compliment because it's a Tesla.
Exactly. It was hilarious.
I'm shocked he didn't, like, just cancel your ride.
It would have been a bad star review on his fucking Uber profile.
Yeah, that
So,
would've been.
you know what I mean? I was just complimenting his Toyota. It was,
I bet he would have like fired back like you
oh, yeah, it would
disrespected
have been
my
awesome.
Tesla.
It would have been awesome. Have you ever been in one?
I don't think so, but like I could be wrong. You know, like
Oh, you would know.
sometimes
You would know. There's like a spaceship
no, like
inside.
sometimes after a couple wobblies or whatever, you're out on the town, you're getting a cab home. Like you're not really paying attention to
What the fuck it is, really?
what kind of car you're getting into.
You just hold the thing up
Yeah,
to the fucking
just-
driver. Are you fucking
Yeah.
insert
Yeah.
name here?
I'm just Are you my ride?
Yeah, cool. Coming with you, sick.
But not knowingly.
They haul ass.
I've heard that.
They legit
I've heard
haul
that.
ass because he made sure to let me know that it was a Tesla, and he went up the one street and he
Yeah.
stomped on it. And I was like, all right.
All right, you have a Tesla.
Yeah,
You have a Tesla.
yeah, exactly. I didn't give it to him. But
No, I'm not gonna break. I'm not gonna break.
exactly. But it was pretty quick, and
Yeah.
they're not every Tesla owner is a douche either. Like I know
No.
some people that have a Tesla that are actually pretty cool. So you're not all bad, and you know who you are.
Yeah.
The
most of you.
Cybertruck, like I get the appeal of the electric vehicle. I get why you'd want one. They're fast as fuck, and like all that aside, it's ugly. It's rough. I haven't seen one in the wild yet. I drove past the dealer on the expressway, and they had all of them lined up against the fence when they first got them into.
Oh, it was
town.
it was so weird seeing one in the wild,
Yeah.
like in real life, because you don't. I don't know, like for where we live, you don't expect to see one for like a while.
Yeah,
Like they haven't
Mennonites
been here.
aren't driving Tesla.
No,
You know.
no, they're not. No, they're not. Way too worldly. Way too
worldly. Like I know
Yeah.
that they'll have like the odd low key generator in the shop to power things, but
Yeah.
are they going to
But
go to
that's
the
on
next?
DL.
Yeah, exactly. You can be driving around your generator. Doubt it.
Yeah, doubt it. In the boogie.
In the boogie. I wonder how many like Tesla trucks are going to get like softballs thrown at their fucking window. You know, like Bam Margera just standing on the curb and just clipping your truck. Because, like,
Yeah.
remember the video they were boasting you can't break this window? Did you ever see that?
No.
So before the trucks arrived, when it was just a concept, like, ready for purchase, you could buy them from Tesla, but they weren't coming for, like, a year or two, whatever.
Yeah. For a long time.
For a while. Because, like, now you just saw your first one in the wild. So they had Elon come out with they rolled it out and they popped the fucking, you know, they had concept cars. They revealed the
Yeah.
fuck and they pulled the fucking cover off.
And it's like rotating
Ooh,
slowly.
it's sleek, right? And they're like, this is the future, right? And you got Elon out there just like going off. And Elon. And so like one of his things, he's like, these windows indestructible. He's like grabs a softball, hucks it at the window, shattered.
Yeah.
It's like that
It's
sucks.
still
eh?
glass.
How many times did you test this beforehand?
I thought you were a genius. It's pretty embarrassing.
It was one of his lows on the internet. I mean, he's had a few, but
Can you imagine just like a regular person in the back there, like a Peter Griffin or like whatever, and just like, bah!
exactly.
Someone who's like a friend of someone, just like for some reason
just got
in there.
dragged to the
just a
Tesla
regular
event.
person,
Yeah.
doesn't work there,
Yeah.
so doesn't have to pretend.
Nothing.
Like, oh my goodness, well, something must have happened.
He can explain this. He can explain
exactly.
this. He's a genius.
Yeah.
He can explain it.
Yeah.
Teslas. Yeah. Like, what do you think of them? Like, are you here for electric cars? Like, without getting too political or talking about the environment, like, does it interest you at all?
Not really, because it's too expensive. Like, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Like, so, I think I was with my family and we were talking about cars, like, for a big family get together, and I said, like, I'm not there yet, like, for an electric car. Like, I just said I've just graduated out of tape deck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not driving anything fancy. Like,
Yeah.
I've just graduated tape deck. I've got CD, but I've got like no auxiliary. Like, I've got my 12 volt plug-in, and that's it.
Right.
And that's fried from trying to blow up my tire with my mini air compressor.
It's just the fuse. Probably just have to change the fuse. Might be able to fix that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll
But,
talk about that later, yeah. But, I mean, yes and no. I mean, they're just too expensive for me right now, so
Yeah.
like I don't even think
Same.
about them.
Like, I don't. There's no option for me to buy an electric car.
But I mean, like, they're not as convenient as they're being made out to be. Like, you still have to, you know, get a charger for your house, and you gotta find somewhere to charge it, which aren't like that readily available. Like, they are starting
They are
to
and they
be.
aren't. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, what is the cost for charging your vehicle? Because then there's another thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to have a gas station at my house to own
Right.
a gas-powered vehicle.
And I know that it's like $1.60 a liter, right? And like,
Yeah.
the electrical bill is probably going to be about the equivalent of that, I'm guessing. Because like,
Yeah,
hydro's
so-
expensive, but I don't know.
And then, like, what are we actually talking about when it comes to CO2 emissions? Like,
Well, zero.
for the car, but like the battery,
Yeah. Yeah.
like disposing of the battery,
Yeah.
creating the battery, running the factory, like,
Yeah.
you know, like the
Lot of
bigger picture
questions.
number.
A lot of questions still.
Yeah, the bigger picture numbers.
I'm here for that too.
I mean, I'm not opposed to them
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to drive one, drive one.
Fuck
like,
yeah. If that's your deal, hell yeah.
yeah.
I get the appeal.
100%.
Fuck yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Drive what you want to drive.
That's what I say too.
But I'm just not there yet. Maybe in like 20 years.
Maybe by the
like,
next
what do I
time we
got
have to
now?
buy a car, they'll be all electric anyway.
I drive
right?
an 07 now.
Yeah. Well, hopefully
So,
that one lasts for
I mean-
like 10 years, you know? Shit.
So yeah, it'll be a hot minute before I get to anything hybrid.
Yeah.
My next step is just having like USB.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, there's so many things to look forward to.
You're right. And if you're going to be here for 100 years, you're going to hit that USB.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to get there.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. I'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I don't care either way. Like, there's a lot of questions. Like, what is the environmental this and all that? We don't know. And, like, it's not for me to find out. And I got nothing to do with it. But what I can tell you is drive whatever car you want.
Yep.
I get the appeal of both. Like, having an electric car, and it's fast, at no gas,
Yeah.
like all that. Cool. And having a gas car, yep, you can just go to the gas station. So, yeah, we're in that fun phase.
I almost feel like it's the cyclical cycle of like paper and plastic. You know, because when we were younger in the grocery store, you'd get paper or plastic. Like, they wanted to phase out the paper because of the trees,
too many trees, man.
cutting too many trees down and all that. And so we're going to move to plastic.
Yeah.
And now plastic doesn't biodegrade. So now we're moving back to paper.
get rid of those trees.
And I'm just waiting for...
Let's get rid of those trees again.
Yeah,
We have
and
too
I'm
many
just
trees.
waiting for the whole...
Yeah.
Well, we need the trees. It's cutting down too many trees. So I wonder if, like, the gas versus electric car will be kind of, like, on the same cycle.
Yeah. You're probably right. That's good.
I don't
That
know
is a
if I'll-
good example. I
don't know if I'll live long enough to see it, but...
I love that example. That's a
I
good
mean, if I'm going to
example,
be
yeah.
here for 100 years, then I probably
You'll see
will.
it. You'll see the cycle, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the plan anyway.
There we are. Hey, and that's this episode
Yeah.
of the NDK podcast.
Yeah, the NDK podcast. Nice.
Nice. Well,
Thanks so much for
thanks.
joining
Yeah,
us.
thanks for joining us.
And hopefully we'll see you next time.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.
Bye.